Field Saturday training. I'm really, really excited because we're having really excellent leaders on today. And we're come off of just a really fantastic week. We just had a party with almost 100 people that had moved up in rank to senior director since January. And we all came together to have dinner at Steve and Gina's most amazing home. And it was beautiful to be together. It was beautiful to break bread together, to share, to just love on each other, hear where everybody was and is in the business, and be able to share the success stories. Of course, David Schmidt was there. Gina, man, that girl knows how to throw a party. The food was stellar. We even had fireworks, you all. It was so amazing. And it was funny. I was sitting and talking with one of the teams, and I said, I encourage you all to look around, because I knew Steve and Gina when this house was just that house right there. And this entire backyard, which is the most amazing backyard, it's like better than Disney World, y'all. It is so beautiful. This amazing backyard was built because Steve and Gina consistently and persistently worked in a network marketing business, and they earned enough money to completely change the backyard of their family's home. And when I knew them, they had the boathouse and the ski house, and they had the main house, but now they have this beautiful backyard. And I said, they would never have earned that kind of money working a 9-to-5 job. Even if they were an MD, they would have never have earned that kind of money. So look around, because what I want you to get is that network marketing is real. And the opportunity for regular people like you and like me to change your life is here. And I wanted to share with you, I was really honored because I had the Direct Sale University call me. And this is an organization that's more than 20 years old, and it's only for network marketing owners. And they asked me to come out and speak. And the reason they asked me to come out and speak is because they knew that Quantum Field actually had the formula that is working. And I found a quote, which I actually shared when I spoke from stage. So I'm the third distributor that's ever been asked to speak on this stage. Distributors aren't even allowed to attend this event. It was 100 network marketing owners and their corporate teams. And there were a lot of big, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000 companies, as well as a lot of startup companies in the room. But one of the quotes that I found that I shared in my presentation, I thought I would share with you. For the last 20 years, every single direct selling company in the United States market that has reached $10 million a month in revenue has been focused on a single product, a hero product, service, or ingredient. While the companies may offer many products, the core focus is one thing. So for the last 20 years, do you think that Steve, Gene, and I have just created something that there's a formula in everything that we do? There's a rhythm to network marketing. There's a rhythm to your success. And we know what we're doing. We've done this before. There's no mistake that you're here. I'm really, really excited. When Steve gets to the end and the slides come up for the This Is It convention, take a picture of it, get yourself signed up. You're going to break bread with us. You're going to learn, because if we've done anything in this Quantum Field team, we've helped elevate and teach focus on one product. And what have we done? We've taken the United States market way beyond $10 million a month, and we're just getting started. So I talked a lot. I'm so sorry, but I know that Steve is here. I know he's chomping at the bit as much as I am to hear Sarah and Devin speak, because they're fantastic trainers. Every time they've trained, I have a whole notebook full of stuff. So I'm really, really excited. So let me throw it over to Steve. Steve, I'm sorry for talking so much.
No, hey, that was incredible. That's exactly what we need to hear. And I'm so blessed to have you as our sponsor. And we are just
blessed to have you and the team.
And the history, when you got a little history together, like all of you have with people, friends, it doesn't matter. They could be business owners, whatever it is. Our history was our kids babysat for her kids. So, I mean, that's the kind, it's all different. But I can't wait to get Devin and Sarah up here. They're going to crush it. By the way, as I'm going through a couple slides here, get on the phone, call a friend. Anyone on your team, make sure, don't assume they're on here, because I will say when they get done, you are going to say, I wish I would have had more people on my team. Here's your chance. You got, a few minutes here. I will say this much, that replays are great, but they're not anywhere near watching it live with your team. And Onyx, you're right, single product focus. That's the key. You always are looking for a single product focus that you can rock and make it happen so that as the people come onto your team at record numbers, it's very easy to learn what we're going to be taught today.
Correct. But here was one of the things that went on, you all. So many of those companies came up to me and said, well, is our product a hero product? And I said, well, this is what a hero product looks like. And you want to have a product that separates you from everybody else. In today's market, I think one of the things you need is a product that's been patented. You need something that they can't buy on Amazon. They can't get at Whole Foods. They can't find this key ingredient and find it in another company and another product. And so we've got something so special here. And it's really neat because we're the talk of the industry, you all. This team, this organization, this company is the talk of network marketing's industry. So I feel blessed to be here together. I know what Steve and Gina Merritt, what their work ethic is. I've worked with them before, and I'm looking for, because Rome wasn't built in a day. These businesses are built consistently and persistently over time, but you watch, your business will continue to grow. I watched Steve and Gina put in that amazing backyard. It was like, wow, they totally changed their children's lives. And those of you that earned the free trip, to be able to come and hang out with us and Stephen G. Merritt, you saw for yourself. And I know we'll do it again because Gina loves to throw a good party.
And by the way, thanks for everyone's prayers for Gina. She is doing better every single day. She's gearing up for going to Aruba. So she's not with us today, but she is recovering and she's doing amazing. And I will say that she put on a full spread, as Sarah might mention here at the talk, like Onyx did, but it was amazing what she put together for everybody. A first class evening that all of us will remember. And like we said, this is not the only one. This is just the first of many events like this. And the next one is coming up next week. We're all going to Aruba. So we're going to spend a lot of time with everybody there. And that's just the beginning for everyone to start earning these free trips, which is amazing, this community. So our goal is to break senior directors. We're running through the end of this month with this 90-day launch. And then we're going to have a big event in May, which is going to be on the 22nd of May, a 3-hour event. If you've watched our event in January 7th, it was off the chart. And just like this event this week, all the senior directors went back home and above, and they are on fire by what the bigger vision that they received from coming over here to the experience, the senior director dinner party with David Schmidt. What he mentioned, being around Onyx, being around Gina, myself, being around all the other A personality leaders that are rocking this, they're all going home, and with unity, we're all building an incredible team. That's what's going to happen at the convention that Onyx was talking about. And you don't have to qualify. You just got to come and make it happen. Go Manager. You could do that over the weekend. There's people that do it in one day. Like I said, like Saeed Hernandez says, don't get hung up on what other people have done, but this can be done very quickly. 2 people right, 2 people left. You've got to be a gold on 2 sleeve auto ship, and your silvers that you put in have to be at least on 1 sleeve auto ship. You can get this done. Now that all these people are making it happen, the momentum just starts building from the belief that everyone else is making it happen in a quick way. Then in 60 days, you want to be a director. Now, you could do this in 30 days. You could do it sooner. If you believe that manager is easy, a director is just a manager right, manager left. You're going to learn today exactly how to do this, but I want to make sure that you see this picture on how to go a director, and you could do this sooner. But if you set a goal for 60 days, you are going to at least be focused and have an urgency to get it done, and you can make it happen. And then within 90 days, you want to be a senior director. That's all the structure that you have to do in this comp plan. So let's get it done, make it happen, and have fun doing it. It's just a director, 2 directors, and then you're a senior director in the business, and we'll talk about that. Right now, you're getting set up because you got a whole nother week that every time if you're not a manager yet, you're going to get an extra bonus of $100 and as many managers as you can help break. And that's your goal. We'll talk about that today. Going manager and then breaking managers. It's the key to the entire business. And now they're paying you to do that, an extra $50. Might not sound like a lot, but how many managers do you want to break? Break 10 of them, break 20 of them, break as many as you.
I have thousands of managers, literally like 3,000 managers in my organization. And that's what makes me the most proud, because I've said from the beginning, manager is the most important rank. And my goal continues to be breaking more managers, breaking more
And
managers.
it's you're talking to people that know they need to have, once they talk to you, they realize that their stem cells need to be reactivated for people. Go help your brother, your sister, your cousin, and your mother. I mean, people that you love and you care about. Then go on and help directors. You go director, you make 200 extra bucks. So there's money all of this. Go manager and director yourself. You make 300 right there on top of the lucrative comp plan. And then an extra $100 for every director that you break between now and April 30th. So we're going to talk about those tonight. Our goal is to help you break 20 right and 20 left, personals, far right side, far left side. And people at first, I had a talk with one of my friends from Alabama, Missy and Bobby, and they were here at the party as new executive directors. And they said, when you mentioned that, I thought, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people. But when you said, hey, because this product is as good as what Onyx was talking about, okay, and it's unique and patented, and every single person needs to be wearing this X39, it starts laying into place very quickly. I mean, left, right, just keep putting them down, 20 right and 20 left. Before you know it, we had 40 people personally sponsored, like she said. And you set your goals like we got laid out here. I'll let those guys go over that. But you want to set a goal to get something done every day, every week, and every month so that you can focus on making it happen. We've got meetings laid out. We'll talk about that later, but they're packed for every one of you to just plug into this 3-3-1 system, talk to 3 people, follow up with 3 people every day, and point them to a Zoom or download the presentation right on the Build 331 site, and you can be on there. Onyx mentioned This Is It convention. By the way, I have never, ever in my entire life of this industry, and I've helped 175 friends make $1 million or more. Onyx was well over that. So it's not just millions. We help people make millions. Never met a single person that ever did it not come and do a convention. So now that being said, you should get yourself your tickets. Very affordable. Everyone's calling me saying, I can't believe the hotel is that inexpensive. This is the first hotel. So as that one fills up, I'm not sure we can cut as good a deal the second one. So I encourage you to, everything's on the website of This Is It right here. When you go onto that thisisitconvention.com, everything is on there laid out for you. My daughter Mia put the website together. It all works very smoothly. And none of us are geek type folks online. We just do our best we can to help everybody win. But I will say this much: you will be blown away, like the leaders were blown away this weekend at our place for the senior director private white dinner party with David Schmidt at this convention. Someone was asking me who's going to be speaking. I said, okay, David Schmidt. As we walked and he left our house that evening after he was blown away by what was happening, he said, I can't wait to deliver to the team on over the weekend as a keynote speaker, 18th and 19th. And then, so he's going to be there. Everything you need to know about X39 and where the company is going. And I told this lady who asked me, I said, Onyx Cole, the #1 distributor in the entire company of a 19-year-old company, Gina and myself, to combine the fastest growing team in the entire company, 19-year-old company is going to be there. We're going to lay it out with all of our leaders that we have on our team on exactly what to do and how to do it. You're not going to need anything more. You will be locked and loaded to win going into the fastest growing time to build this business. So connect with us. We're just flat fired up to be doing what we're doing right here at this time. Like Onyx said, timing is everything. Get yourself a notepad right now and be ready to take some notes, because it's going to be incredible. And you're going to want to make sure that you implement what's being taught. And it's going to be powerful, and it's going to be speaking right at you. So we don't pull any punches or kind of give you a little fluffy type talks on these Saturday trainings, because we know you're on here, you're busy people, and you want to learn exactly what to do and how to do it. So the third highest rank is where Devin and Sarah are at. They rocketed it. They like jumped 3 ranks when they hit it, and they are rocking it to presidential and senior. They only got 2 ranks left to go, and they are crushing it. And that's why we have them on here sharing with you. They're young. Text a friend that's young. You want to see how young friends are doing. They're young. Their youngest is like 5 years old or something like that. They'll tell you how old they are, maybe 8. Point is that the kids are young and they're rocking it and they're busy. Do I need to tell you somebody raising 3 kids with multiple businesses and building X39 is busy? Yes, they are. You're going to hear from them. So text your younger friends and let them get them on here so that they can hear exactly what they're doing to have this success. So Without further ado, Devin and Sarah Robinson, executive directors, take it away for the day.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much,
I'm
Onyx.
so honored.
Yes, thank you guys so much, Steve and Onyx. I just want to do a little recap for the event last weekend at your house, Steve. Thank you and Gina so much for being the hostess with the mostest. I'll tell you, when we were there with you guys, you know, we see the Quantum Field team all coming together, but I'll tell you, it's a family is really what it is. It's a family. It's a culture of people all coming together with such a big dream, such big goals and aspirations. And to hear Onyx, you know, get up in front of everybody and say, think about how many managers that we've created in such a short amount of time. And the people that are just right now coming down that funnel to come to the next one at Steve and Gina's, or the next event could be over on the West Coast, could be on the East Coast. But everybody there has helped so many people go manager, just hitting that first goal in the business, guys, but the most important. So we just want to thank you, Steve and Gina, for opening up your house, pouring us, you know, bringing David Smith all the way. The owner of the company came to the house to
They didn't send the president of sales. They didn't send, they sent the man, the myth, the legend, the David. Do you know how busy this man is? He is running a multi-million-dollar company in 75 countries. And what motivated me for this talk today was his intentional effort. When he was there, I mean, some couples, I was kind of jealous. He spent 45 minutes one-on-one hanging with us, building relationships with us, made sure to take a pic. For him to do that, to take time out of his busy schedule, showed me that I need to put more effort and I need to be more intentional in my business. For Steve and Gina and Onyx and what they threw that night. I mean, one of the most beautiful events I've ever been to in my life. Thank you again. I cannot, and I hope there will be more. I know they will be more, because one thing that our upline does do is they edify us and they make us feel so special and they reward us for our efforts. And we are every person on this call, we are so lucky and so blessed that we have the upline and the CEO that we have. So today, Devin and I are going to talk about being intentional, because we live in a world that we all know that we have constant distractions. We have the phones, the social media, the climate of our government, and all the things that are going on. There are so many things distracting us. So what is the definition of being intentional? Being intentional means being done on purpose, being deliberate, making deliberate choices to reflect what is most important to us. Okay, what is most important to you right now? That goes back to your why. Why are you here today? Why are you on this call today? Why did you look at this business as a means to break through? Okay, why are you here? I know a lot of you are busy. We are busy. Oh my God. Today is a crazy day. I can't believe I agreed to April 22nd. We had a double.
We were just in a doubleheader ball game, and we were, you know, in our second game.
He's a coach.
Yeah, and I'm coaching the team. And I got down. I looked at my daughter. I said, "You can do this. You be the leader. You bring the energy. Daddy's on his way home right now. We are rocking this thing."
We have a daddy-daughter dance right after this for both of my daughters. I mean, it is just a day. But you know what? I am so blessed that I get to be here with you today, and I get to speak into your life. And so what I'm asking you today is, we all live busy lives. We have several companies. We have 3 kids. We are very busy. And I'm just bringing myself back to when I first got into this. Now, I am putting much more than 1 hour a day into this business, because I'm at the level now that my team needs me and I am there for them, and I'm getting rewarded richly for it. But let's talk about when you first get in, when you first get started. I'm going to challenge you for the next 90 days to put 1 hour minimum a day. If you want to do more, by all means, please, it will only benefit you. 1 hour a day of intentional effort. There are 168 hours in a week, 6 to 7 days a week, 1 hour of intentional effort into your business. When you get started in this business, you need to adjust your mindset. Okay. Utilize your resources and take massive action. When people first get in, they're like, oh, well, I got to learn a little bit more and I got to get my feeling. And that was my biggest regret getting into this, because Devin, I waited a couple of weeks to get in. When I finally got in to call on my contacts, they all were patched up. So don't do that. Okay.
Right.
But so fast forward a couple of months from now, You're going to start seeing your friends on social media. Hey, what do you guys know about stem cells? It's not happening right now, but in a couple months it will. Okay. So you need to earn while you learn. You need to earn while you learn. Don't get stuck in the learning phase at the beginning, because ignorance is on fire is better than knowledge on ice. You want to get out there and you want to share that excitement that you have. You remember when you first put the patch on, guys? In that first week or 2 weeks or 3, whatever it was, we got the one patch miracles on here, the one patch wonders. Remember that feeling you got? Remember when my stomach stopped hurting since I was 18 years old and I couldn't stop sharing it with everyone? You want to earn during that period. Now, how do you earn while you learn? You want to plug into our resources. Like I said, we have the most incredible upline. We already have a formula for success. Onyx is one of the top paid distributors in the world. I don't know another couple like Steve and Gina who can max out a comp plan and less than 2 weeks. Right. I mean, come on. All we have to do is duplicate what they're doing. Let's talk about the resources we have. First, Zoom calls. We live in an incredible time. Devin and I got started in this industry in 2005. We didn't even have Facebook. Okay. We had nothing. It was brick and mortar network marketing. It was person to person. Right now, I keep saying it. The best thing that ever came out of COVID, the only good thing that came out of COVID was the I can't say the word, using Zoom coming into our business. Okay. When people first get in the business, they think it's all about enrolling. I got to enroll. And that's important, obviously. But Steve actually taught me this. It's not only about enrolling. The number one thing is promoting. Okay. We have that formula for success. You want to promote our Zoom calls. We have 5 Zoom calls a week that you can plug into. Make sure that you're on them, you're promoting them, and you're promoting them to your prospects and your team. Okay. You want your whole team on those Zooms. I just saw we have a doctor coming on the Zoom, Dr. Tony, on Monday. Hello, everybody needs to be on that Zoom. I'm going to be on the Zoom. My whole team's going to be on the Zoom. Get on there. We have a medical professional getting on to talk about it. And then at the end of the call, he's going to explain how to talk to a doctor about X39. Everybody needs to be on that Zoom on Monday. Okay. You need to have the schedule on hand, send it out. What's another resource that I love that I feel like sometimes is underutilized in our team? Build331.com. Onyx taught me. At the beginning, I'd message her and go, hey, how do I do this? Or how do I find that? Or where do I go? She'd direct me to the resource. She wouldn't just give me the information. She was not working hard. She's working smart. The woman's busy. She can't run in circles. That's why she built Build 331 for us. So if someone messages you and says, hey, how do I get an order form? There's 8 steps for success. Go to step 6 at build331.com, but download it from there. If you are on this call right now, and you have not gotten on that website and gone through all 8 steps for success, read them yourself, y'all, it takes 20 minutes. Then you need to get on when we get off this call and you need to do it. Remember, we don't sell, we educate. Do you
right. Yeah, no, I'm getting so excited over here. I'm like, you know, what my wife is saying about that Build 331, if you want to become successful in this opportunity with LifeWave, you need to study success. Mm-hmm. You know, if you want to make it happen, you have to study that success. And don't sit around and wait for it to come to you. Don't sit around every day. Some people sit around and they have their fingers crossed and they're just sitting in life going, man, I hope somebody gets in there. I hope somebody calls somebody for me. You know, things in life, you're economical, you're spiritual, things in life, you have to study for them. And literally Onyx has put a playbook together with every answer, everything to get you started right now today to go manager in this business and to create a manager. It's all sitting right there at the Build 331. So she put all those. I always tell people when I talk about Onyx, I'm like, look, Bill Belichick has got the playbook. Steve and Gina are like the Tom Brady. They got the ball, and we got everybody lined up out here on the field, ready to take this thing to the end zone for the Super Bowl. All you got to get in there is apply yourself and start studying a little bit of this. And you know, I kind of can always go back a little bit. You know, I just want to rewind just real seconds because Sarah's got so much information. But when we got started in this, I'll never forget. I was working at we had a family-owned business, 52 employees. We were super busy at that company. But every little second I got throughout the day, I was immersing myself in the opportunity that was going to change my life. So, you know, I was sitting there reading every little bit, and I was in there applying myself to learn a little bit more. And like my wife says now, with all these resources, with the Zoom calls throughout the day, and all the stuff that Onyx has put together, resources are very easy for you, but just take the time to really sit down and study and understand that Build 331.
Another resource that I love is Onyx's YouTube channel. It is just the holy grail of information. Anytime now, before I would used to go straight to my upline and ask them. Now I'm going and I'm finding the information, because that's how, when I become a leader, Onyx has put it all out there. She's put time, money, effort into it. Steve and Gina, all their videos, all the other leaders who have spoke. I go to her YouTube channel. I could search a couple of minutes. I find the answer immediately. So if you haven't subscribed to her YouTube channel, get on there, subscribe.
Right.
Next, our old school way of building the business, local, live, in-person events, and what I call patch parties. When we first got started in this, I was just elated that everything was on Zoom. So I was just rolling with the Zoom schedules. Well, then in January, I had a rock star join my team down in Tampa, and she called me up and she said, her name's Nancy, shout out Nancy.
Hey, Nance.
And she called me up and she said, hey, Sarah, I love these Zooms. They're great. I'm using them. She goes, but I want to build faster. I want you to come down and I want you to do a patch party for me. I go, okay. And guess what I did? I took the meeting. I learned that in life. In any business, take the meeting. I didn't look at my schedule. I didn't say, oh no, you need to plug into the Zooms. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. She wants it. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to support her. She lives 2 hours from me. I drove down there. Since she's been in the business, she signed in over 47 people. Wow. Okay. Half of those people have been from the patch parties. Okay. And your patch parties don't need to be these massive, grandiose events. You can have 3, 4, 5 people come over. Not every one of her events is. I love the smaller ones because I get to build a relationship with them. I give them my phone number. We're in the relationship business. Okay. The stronger your relationships, the stronger your business. So if you guys aren't doing that, schedule a couple patch parties. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised how they turn out. And then finally, the number one resource, if you are looking at this as a business, just talking about resources, is the Saturday trainings. Steve was actually, this is another Steve telling you, I'm just duplicating, guys. Steve shared some numbers with Devin and I the other day. And he said, Sarah, this is a numbers game when it comes to these trainings, because we only have 1 day a week where we're going to help train you. If you have 17 people a week in your organization on this Zoom call, it's projected that you can make up to $325 extra a week. That's with just 17 people who are interested in building the business, plugged into the training events. That's an extra $1,300 a month. Okay, that's 2 car payments. You tell me someone who doesn't want to do that. 33 people, that's $750 a week. 65 people, $1,500 a week, an extra $6,000 a month. So y'all, back to it. It's not just about enroll, leave, enroll, leave, enroll. You enroll and promote. You enroll and promote. You promote. Sorry, I got an Amazon delivery.
And you enroll and sponsor.
Yes.
You enroll and you become a sponsor. And you know what a sponsor is? It's somebody that says yes. It's somebody that just says, when somebody asks you a question, says, hey, can you jump on a phone call with me today? Hey, I got a friend of mine. I think they're going to be interested in this stem cell patch. Hey, would you mind jumping on that phone call with me and just helping me introduce this technology to them? And know what you say? Absolutely. What time do you want to do that?
Right.
Always say yes.
Yep.
You're ready right now. Everybody's ready on this phone.
Yep. Awesome. And then another thing too, I promise you, if people are not on the Saturday Zooms, you're going to have a revolving door of brand partners. Okay. If they don't feel like they're connected to the team, connected to the culture, educating themselves, learning and growing, they're going to walk out as soon as they walked in. It's just like joining a business. It's just like becoming part of a company. If you don't have someone there telling you where to be, how to do it, we're babies when we join this. Devin and I, we had a great experience with Steve and Gina in our first venture. We made millions, just mind blowing. Never thought we could do it. And okay, hold on one second. Honey, it's okay. They're fine. I'm sorry. My daughter's jumping up and down. No, go back to the room. She's really concerned about our Whole Foods.
Whole Foods is out front here looking at it.
So anyway, okay, let's move on. So convention. So if you are serious about reaching senior director or above, you have to be at the convention August 18th and 19th in Tampa. This is it, convention.com. Go there. Know you're going to be there now. Commit to the convention in August now. If you go to the events, I promise you, you're going to grow. You are going to grow beyond than you never thought. If you get your team to the events, you're going to explode. Okay, it's about butts in seats. Just like I told you with the Zooms on Saturday, even more so when they get in person. Those events, Devin and I have been to hundreds of them. Statistics show that those who attend network marketing events have a 10 times more chance to earn money than those who don't. Okay, do you want that 10 times more chance? Then make sure that you are at convention. Convention is also a great way that you can solidify relationships with your team. Because this business has been 80% built since we've been in from our phone and from Zoom, I have a lot of people I talk to every single day. I've never hugged their neck. I've never kissed their cheek. I've never met them in person. I get to do that at convention.
That's right.
When you go, you will see for yourself that this is bigger than you and how big this movement is on a larger scale. We are so blessed that we have high quality leadership that have years and years worth of experience, and they're going to teach us the ropes. If you want to be successful in this business, you must be willing to take advantage of the training opportunities and incorporate what you learn in your daily operations. So if you're not there, you don't show up, you ain't going to go up. So
and just so
make
you
sure
know,
you're there.
when you caught what Steve said right in the beginning as he was kind of introducing and going through, he helped break 174 millionaires. He helped over 174 couples. What did he say? Not one of those couples didn't go to convention. And I want you to know, when I was younger, I was sitting around and I was fibbly fobbling with the business. And I would say once in a while, I would, maybe show up to a meeting, maybe once every month. And hey, I would jump on a phone call until somebody urged me and said, Devin, do you really want to make this happen? Do you really want to make, $1 million to change your financial future? Then you need to be in Jacksonville. Right. And you know what? The last day I said, okay, I'm going to go. Me and my brother, we jumped in the car. We showed up to Jacksonville. We showed up to that convention. We drove home high-fiving going, it's game over now. Yeah. We can do this. When I'm telling you, there's something magical. You always have heard the term that leaders are born where vision's captured. And it's so hard sometimes for people that sit in their family room or sit in their office or wherever they jump on Zooms and they listen and they hear, but they don't really see the big picture. And I'm going to tell you this right now. There won't be one person in LifeWave, that won't make over $1 million that won't go to this convention. Right. If you want to change your family's financial future, you will be at that convention and you will start promoting it right now as soon as we get off the phone.
So I think we got it right. Is everyone going to be there? Yeah. Right? Everyone going to be at convention. I want to see you there. All right. So next I want to talk about IPAs, and I'm not talking about beer. I'm talking about income producing activities. Income producing activities. I don't want you to waste your time in this business, guys. I want us to be like Onyx, like Steve. Income producing activities. You know what she put together for us before we got here, Onyx? The 3-3-1 system. It is the key. It is the bread and butter. Don't just spend your time, invest it. Do the things that build your business, okay? When you first get started in the business, you never are going to feel like you're ready. Today, I didn't feel like I was ready for this, okay? I was nervous, but I showed up. You say, oh, I just need a little bit more information before I start sharing because you're scared to make a mistake or fail. Guys, listen, Amazon just messed me up. I missed my whole point. Okay. My daughter's jumping up and down. We make mistakes. We fail. I heard a quote the other day that said, do the thing and you'll have the power. Okay. You don't get the power before you do the thing. Do the thing and you'll have the power. 1 hour in the field, meaning actively prospecting, whether it's talking to someone about X39, getting on a Zoom with someone, following up with someone. 1 hour in the field, actively prospecting, whether you're doing a phenomenal job or you're failing, is equivalent to 20 hours in a classroom, being actively building your business. Don't handicap yourself because you think you need to sound like a doctor. Guess what? I still don't sound like a doctor. Okay. But guess what? We're going to have a doctor on Zoom on Monday. Get on there. Okay. So you're going to make mistakes. That's normal. It was so funny. A couple of weeks ago, Devin and I were doing a Zoom and we did a great Zoom, like 40 people were on it from our team. And I went to end it. And instead of ending it, I just clicked stop sharing. I thought it was ended. And we're like, oh man, that was great. Oh man, wasn't that great to see all those new people on there? And we're getting my phone's blowing up and they're like, Sarah, we can still hear you. I'm like, and I shut my thing and I told him, man, what if we were like arguing like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. Why were you kicking me under the table? But you make mistakes. The only difference between you and if you're not there yet and the leaders in this business is that they have made more mistakes than you. Right. Okay. That's the only difference. Failure is only failure if you quit. If you quit this business, I promise you, you're going to fail. If you don't quit, you're not failing. Earn while you learn through IPAs, income producing activities. Now is such a magical word. If you haven't read, it's one of my favorite quotes from The Magic of Thinking Big. Now is the magic word for success. Not tomorrow, not next week, not later, sometime, someday. All of that leads to never. When my team calls me, when I get a phone call from my team, the only reason I'm not answering them is because I'm on the call with another person. I always get back to them. When I'm call someone and I'm checking up on a leader on my team and I say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Oh yeah, well, I have this person, they're interested. Now, call them back now. Why haven't you taken the order yet? These that Onyx has available for us online, I have my phone number on there. Okay, I have these on me at all time. So when I talk to somebody and I'm sharing the X39 with them, if they're not ready to order with a 30-day money back guarantee, I have enrollment forms on me so I can take the order right away. If I don't have them on, or they're not ready right now, I leave this with them now. Okay. In 2 to 3 days, when it's time to follow up, I follow up with them now. Okay. You have to work. Remember, this business isn't a get rich quick scheme. Anyone who calls it that is because they thought it was and they failed. Okay. If your goal is to reach the top, there will be hard work. With anything great, okay? There will be rejection. Network marketing is not fast, easy path to lifetime prosperity with minimal effort, okay? It doesn't work that way. The business doesn't work unless you do. You have to intentionally commit time to it, okay? Especially at first, it's, if you want it to pay big rewards, you have to work for those rewards. Your return is directly correlated to what you put in. So just make sure that you guys do understand that this does take at least minimum 1 hour a day of intentional effort. Do you have anything to add?
No, I was going to say, you always hear people talk about, why are you going to do this? Me and Sarah, just like Steve and Gina, when I go to their house, I start dreaming again. When I get around their house and look at what this opportunity's done, the dream starts coming alive. You're like, oh my gosh, look what this business, like Onyx says, look what this industry can do. I was sitting in a business, working 6-7 days a week. I was making a paycheck. I had a 20-year mortgage on a house, right? And I knew I was going to pay that house off in 20 years because that's what our company, could afford. And I was going to pay. When this industry was introduced to me, you always hear that term, you got, what's it say, Sarah? You got to have the reasons before you get the answers. You have to know the reason you're going to do this before you get the answer. What is your reason for doing this for your family? Why are you going to, step out? You guys have to know this. This is the biggest breakthrough in the health industry that we will ever see. This is 10 times the product and opportunity and the technology that we had on the first go round. 10 times. Okay. We have the most amazing system in play right now, but what's your reason for doing this? And figure that out, because once you figure out your reason, the answers are going to come. And the reason will always come before those answers. You got to start applying yourself and get engaged and get in the game. Don't sit back every day, letting a week go by or 2 weeks go by and you haven't, got manager yet. Get manager, get that monkey, get it done, get that manager and go out and help 2 people in your life. Go manager and focus on those little disciplines. Keep those little, we know in this business, 80% of this industry is belief and 20% is the mechanics. 20% is the build to 331. 80% is the belief and the reason that you're going to go out and make it happen for your family.
Yes, that's so good, babe. Okay, so let's talk showing the plan. All right. When is it time to do that? Right. Okay. So we have the Zooms. You have literally 4 Zooms a week with showing the plan where you can there's plenty of content out there to watch. When did I start showing the plan? All right. I'm now showing it on a daily basis. Pretty much. Like I'm now, because I have so many people interested. So I'll do private Zooms or whatever. And I do one-on-ones. I'll see people and I show it to them, right? I'm sharing resources with them. I'm telling a story. I'm sharing the resources. That's all I'm doing. I started showing the plan when I was 1 month in. Okay. How did I do that? When I was 1 month in, I went to build331.com. I clicked on step 5. I downloaded the presentation. I practiced it a couple of times. And guess what? I got uncomfortable. And getting uncomfortable, if you are comfortable in this business, you're probably not scaling. You're probably not growing. If you want to grow, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Success lies in discomfort. Okay. I joke with my friends now, like I never in my life have had to walk like in my backpack with my laptop, I have to carry deodorant with me because I'm constantly like, because I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone constantly. I'm not a medical professional, but when my team calls me and they say, hey, Sarah, I'm at my doctor's office. Can you please talk to my doctor about the patch? Because I've put time into this and I can fluently explain how the technology works now. Now I'm a resource to my team that they can call me and they know that I can, you know, in layman's terms, explain to their doctor how this works.
Right.
I mean, how cool is that? Right. And so get uncomfortable. I promise you, you're going to mess up. You're gonna stumble sometimes. It's okay. Your business will be growing. You need to duplicate as well. I don't sell, I educate, and I point people to resources provided to us by David Schmidt, Onyx, and Steve Agena. Consider them the master copy that I am duplicating. Okay. I am just duplicating. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't have to come up with new market. If people are out there trying to come up with this grand new scheme of how to build, no. They're just working.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. All right. I want to have a big team, right? Is that what everybody wants? Well, if you want to have a big team, you have to do the same activities that your leaders are doing to attract a big team. You attract people to you. Okay. You can't just create it. It's like momentum. Momentum cannot be just magically created or bought. It's organic. Okay. You have to organically attract those people by duplicating what your successful upline is doing. By duplicating them, it will shave years or even months off of your learning curve. Okay. So don't think you have to reinvent the wheel. Now, this is one of the last things I'm going to talk about because it is so important. Okay. It is extremely important. Why are we all a part of this industry, affiliate network marketing? Why did we all get involved, right? For passive income. That's what everybody wants. They want the definition of passive income is money that you earn automatically without putting in much effort. Examples of that is rental income. Okay. We have a beautiful Airbnb in Crystal River. We had to buy it for several $100,000. We had to spend over a year and a half remodeling it. Then I had to figure out the industry. Then I had to put it up on the market. Then I had to get a whole bunch of 5-star reviews. Fast forward now 4 years, booked out solid. I'm making passive income. I put minimal effort into it. Someone checks in, they have a great time. They leave me a 5-star, they check out, bam, money in my bank account, money in my bank account. It's incredible, but it took a lot of money.
But she was fanatical. Way to know. Sarah is a very fanatical.
We don't have to go into that. It's okay. I'm crazy.
It's about getting 5-star reviews. You put the time in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm passionate about anything we do. So, but with this, it's there's no risk. There was risk with that house. There was risk with the economy. When COVID shut down, there was risk. Okay. With this, there's no risk. It's the most investment is $1,600, $1,700. That's nothing. Okay. So passive income, examples of it are rental income, interest income, investment income. All that takes a lot of money, but network marketing is a low risk to get in. It was very clear to me at the beginning of this, that in order to build a successful business, you have to have auto ship. You have to have people on auto ship. That is what gives us passive income. Without auto ship and lots of happy customers ordering every single month, you will consistently have to hustle to reach those numbers needed to keep your business going. Auto ship keeps sales steady as you build your team in your business. So that's where the residual income comes in.
And it helps your team accumulate those points because we get paid off that volume. So you think about the people that you put in this month. In 6 months down the road, everybody on auto ship, everybody's winning, everybody's accumulating those points. Everybody's got income coming in together. What's more exciting, a team that's got income coming in or a team that has none?
Right.
The team that has the income coming in. So auto ship, guys, is one of the most important steps to creating that long term. And people that, they kind of timid sometimes about telling somebody, like Steve says, for $100 a month,
nothing.
You can activate your own body stem cells, guys. I mean, are you kidding me? For $100 a month, I can feel this good, put something on my body that's going to do this amazing thing for all 11 systems of my body. Okay, how much is that? $100 a month? So don't be afraid to tell people. They're waiting for you. They don't know. They just heard about stem cell activation patches, a week or so. It's your job to say, hey, look, man, make sure you get on auto ship. Our team's all on auto ship, and we're going to help you win in this thing. And so you teach them by getting them on so that they can do the same thing you're doing.
So I do have a little method for this, okay, like somewhat of an auto ship tracker, and I teach this to my team. So you can run a report in your back office. All right. You click on in your back office, you log in, click on organization, then go down and click on personally enrolled team. You're going to print that report out. On that report, it's going to give you their name, their email, their phone number, when they last ordered, their next, if they are on auto ship, they're going to have a green check mark next to it. If they are not on auto ship, they're going to have a red check mark next to it. If they do not have a green check mark for auto ship and are still actively interested in the technology or wanting to build a business, I have yet to take them off my prospect list. Okay. They are still on my follow-up list. They are part of my 331 where I follow up. So we all been there. We have someone who comes in. Well, I'm just going to get in the silver. I'm going to give it 90 days. And then in 90 days, I'll figure out, you know what that person is to me? A prospect. They are not yet someone who has joined successfully in my organization, whether it be a customer or it be a brand partner. I put a reminder in my phone with an alert for 1 week before their auto ship should have came out so they don't run out of patches. And my phone will go and it'll remind me 10 o'clock every morning of how many follow-up people I have for my auto ship tracker. Right. So make sure that you're teaching this to your team, because remember, this is at the top of our priority list. With them, they are probably thinking, oh man, I got to call her back. I keep forgetting to call her. I don't know how to access my back office. Oh, well, I'm just not going to order. No, you need to take ownership of your business. Auto ship is what gives you long-term success. Isn't it going to be great to wake up on a Monday morning and you already have $400 in your commissions just from running auto ships? That's exciting, isn't it? But you have to make sure, guys, that you're adamant about it. And until someone tells you no, they're giving you permission to follow up with them. And it's okay. And they want you to follow up with them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. If you're just going to put them in and press complete order and never call them and never follow back up with them again, I promise you that revolving door we're talking about, you're going to have it with customers and you're going to have it with your brand partners. So listen, there's so many things that you need to know to build this business. And in the first Zoom call that we did for the team back in October of last year, we talked about the 331, which prospecting, it's so important. The difference between prospecting and network marketing, how to talk to someone. Listen, guys, you know how I talk to people about the patch? When I first got in, I was trying to learn the ropes and I went to build331.com and I would read exactly how it was. And I was nervous. Now, this is all I say. You know, I'm always looking for a way to talk about it. If the opportunity arises, I do it now. I take that opportunity now and I go, hey, I got something that can help you. What do you know about stem cells? And then they tell me what they know. So I kind of know where they're going. Well, I got something that can help you with that. We have a product that uses your own body's light to activate dormant stem cells. It's clinically proven, backed by the government. We have 130 United States patents. And guess what? It only costs a cup of coffee a day. Is that something you'd be interested in? Everyone. Everybody. Did I just sound like a doctor? No. Do I have, you know what I have on me? I don't send them to my link. I take the order now. Now. Okay. When someone follows up with me or someone calls me, I'm available. I'm intentional. You're intentional. Build the business with intention. I promise you, you put that energy into this business, you guys are going to build an organization that is going to reward you forever. You're going to have people feeling better, financially free. This is just the opportunity of a lifetime. And we have this opportunity at our hands.
Right now. Right now, today, to change your life.
2 years from now, right now.
Right. And start with a small goal. Start with those little disciplines and get excited about them, guys. I remember the first time I met Steve 17 years ago, we were at a meeting together. We were up on that dry erase board. Steve was up on the dry erase board and he was drawing the plan. And then when he got done, it looked like a crossword puzzle. And you know what? We were, making $200 or $300 a week. And we were all so excited about them because we knew those small little goals, those small things that we all hit $300 a week. Now we knew we can make 300. You know, I always have the end in mind, but I stay focused on the next goal. You know, when I heard Onyx at the event at Steve and Gina's, you know what Onyx, she didn't talk about going senior presidential and going, she was talking about all the managers. She was still focused on the small daily goal of helping the managers, because we know if we do that, we're all going to be senior presidentials on this call. Everybody on this call, just stay consistent, and celebrate. I remember, and I'll just share this. When I grew up, I was a farmer. I was in ag. We would buy a 20-acre piece of land, and my dad would give me a $2 2-man auger and we'd have to drill, I'm not kidding you, 6,000 holes. And I remember sitting there on the first couple of rows and I'd look down a 20-acre field knowing that it was hot and it was going to be a long day. And my grandfather would walk up behind me and he would say, son, stop looking at the end of the field and just look at the next hole you got to dig. You just stay focused on that, and one day this field's going to be planted. And it's no difference in this business. If you will do, I love the Kevin Emily, win the day, you'll win the week, win the month, and you'll win the year. If you will just plug into this system with Onyx and Steve, and you will just sell out to it, put intentional effort in every day for your team, do something to move your business forward. Just do something small to move that business forward, and to be able to do this with my wife. We were looking, guys, for a company and a technology like this that we could work together, and it all goes back. And Steve, I'll end it with this, our why, our reason is our 3 children and wanted to travel on the free trips. We've never been able to travel and do the things. Now we have the 3 kids, just like when you and Gina have, when Mia and Randy, everybody was young, and Onyx, when your daughters were young, here we are. And, and now we are so fortunate to be in this with you and Steve and Gina, and be a part of this family and this culture that you guys are creating. And so we are so excited right now that this convention is going to be in Tampa. We are already out promoting it right now to our teams, knowing that leaders are going to be born in our business where their vision is captured, and for them to be around you guys to capture the big picture, for them to want to change their family's life. And so we want to thank you guys for, calling Sarah and I. We're happy that we got this phone call and that we're able to pursue this journey with you and as a family together.
It's beautiful. I knew you guys were going to rock it. I knew it. Oh my gosh, was that absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I took a whole sheet full of notes. There's just so much that was shared. I'm sure that everybody's going to watch this recording. And I love that, that you do things intentional. This morning, I got up at 6:20 because the only hot yoga class I can take is at 8 a.m. because there was no more hot yoga. And I already did my 2 today. I got 2 girls at hot yoga that were like, what's that? I said, well, that's a stem cell activation patch. Give me your cell phone number and I'm going to text you a link. And I just finished reading a book that my sister told me about. It's been on the New York bestseller for like 3 or 4 years. It's called Atomic Habits. And in this book, he's talking basically about doing a little bit in order to shift who you are. Well, look at this whole system. Look at the system of 331. It's not set up for you all to build Rome in one day. It's set up for you to just a little bit each and every day. He talks about if you want to be somebody who's neat, make your bed. Make your bed every day. Instead of faking it till you make it, you make your bed because you remind yourself, I'm a neat person. I make my bed. You do 331 every day because it reminds you, I'm active in this amazing business that is changing my life because I choose it for me. I choose it for my family. For years, I ran from network marketing, never wanting to have anything to do with that stuff. And I was letting other people make decisions for me. Shame on me. I'm sovereign. I can make my own decisions. And once Steve and Gina persistently came after me 5 different times, thank goodness, and I finally looked at what this industry was, I realized Steve and Gina were on to something. Right. And so here we are again, together, breaking bread again. And it was so fun to be together at Steve and Gina's house. I look forward to being together with everybody in convention. I agree exactly what you all say. Promote, be intentional. So how do you be intentional today? You do exactly what Sarah said. You get on the Build 331. Give yourself 20 minutes right after this call. Get on Build 331. Look at something you haven't seen. Go click on that link. Go to the This Is It convention and sign up today. Be intentional. I'm going to be there. You start putting it out. I sent a note during this message to my assistant and said, hey, we bought the tickets, but I haven't booked my room yet. Everybody's going to get a room before me. I got to get a room. So book my room because I know that I'm going to be there. I'm intending to be there. I'm intending to take notes. I'm intending to watch thousands of leaders be born in this business because there's space for every single one of you at the top. There's space for all of us. We want you all there. Thank you so much.
Incredible. Right off you guys just crushed it, right? Exactly what everybody needs. They needed this right at the moment. And again, coming off this incredible weekend, basically, that we just had with all the senior directors. So everyone that's on here has got a senior director that was attending this get together, and you could call them and let them know, was it that powerful? when they say, yes, you get your ticket as a leader, because it's going to be even more powerful. I mean, the interesting thing is we did a great convention online January 7th, but we were all just learning then, but we did what Sarah said. We did it now. We did it. Okay. And now this was even better. And by the time we get to August, it's going to be wild. But I love the power of the now, right now. And you were talking about being intentional. Everyone's just got to be intentional. And I love this 90-day challenge to just every day, 1 hour. You can easily fit your 3-3-1 in within 1 hour. And what is look at the end result of what you can accomplish with this passive income that Sarah was talking about. Make sure that people are on auto ship. That's intentional. You're doing it properly. And I love the IPA, income producing activities, the things that you need to do, which is the 3-3-1. So set your goals. How many people are you going to have on next Saturday's training? I mean, every Saturday there's a home run. I mean, you talked about Kevin and Emily. We talked about Renita and Scott, Matt and Kim Curtis, Javi and Olga Solis. I mean, every single one of these is a home run. You know we're going to set you up. And you're going to win much faster with you being on this because they can see that you're on. And then they're going to want to bring more people on. And you're kind of even talking back and forth as you get finished up with the event. Because weren't they amazing? And this is what we're going to do. Kind of like what Devin was saying, him and Keston on their way home from the event, we're camaraderie. I mean, what if you're not on and you got to watch the replay? You can't talk to your team minutes later after it's over, say, no, I'm focused on doing this. Or what if they say, hey, what's an IPA? You're thinking it's a beer. You know what I mean? Because you weren't. I mean, you got to know what we're saying because it's time. And it's like we're talking about. Gina was even mentioning with folks that there's a season. Put your season in. We're talking about 24 months of really zoning in, and you are going to be so fired up that you're going to want to run this race all the way to the finish line and take this company not only to billion, but multiple billions of dollars.
And we're running together. You're not going to do this alone. Steve, Gina, and I, and all these other leaders are running with you. We're running. Let's go. Our sneakers are on.
And that is the best time to run is right now when we're doing, I mean, those millionaires that Devin was speaking about, it all happened as we ran together. So the timing is incredible right now to get started. And here's how you get connected. We've set you up for success in all areas. Make sure you've joined the Quantum Field X39 Facebook team. That's number one. You don't have to ask for any of these replays after today because the replay you'll know is always at Onyx Cole Network Marketing YouTube. Every one of these events that we have, whether it's an opportunity or a training, we've got them posted right there for you so you can share with your team. And then Sarah talked about the Build 331. Our book of the month for April is How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you haven't gotten through it, get it on Audible or get yourself on a hard copy or soft copy and get through it as soon as you can, because it's going to help you become with more relatability like Sarah was talking about. And then we got more books. We'll have a book coming out next week. We'll announce the book for May, and it's going to be wild. Get yourself if you know about the websites, if you haven't got the postcards that Sarah was talking about that all of us have, it's just on build331.com, step number 3, and you you log in and create an account at Vistaprint and you order them right now today. Get yourself some sample envelopes. They're so cheap. I mean, I'm sure a blueberry seed costs more than these little envelopes cost to build your business. You know what I mean? Like Devin used to run a blueberry farm. You know what I mean? It's the cost of this business is so minute. And just like Sarah said, if you start an Airbnb and you put the money down and all the effort you still got to put in, I guarantee you can't hardly do that with 1 hour a day. You know, this is a whole, so everything's on the Build 331 like they talked about. Get your ticket. And again, everyone's looking at you. It's very difficult to promote you bringing the numbers that Sarah was talking about, whether it be 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, 100 or more, okay? Without you can't really set a goal until you've got your ticket. So get your ticket today. Now you're a leader for your team and you're going to be able to start promoting. This is a very big thing that people don't understand. And here's the website you get it at. Sarah mentioned it. People really believe that enrolling is the number one thing in our business, but realistically promoting is. So, but they're two skill sets. You got to learn to relate to the people to want to get them in, so they get themselves started on the X39. And by the way, it's a slam dunk, like Sarah said. Who doesn't want to get their stem cells reactivated? So we're like setting you up.
Are you kidding? At Hot Yoga today, those two ladies, she's never even touched the product. She hasn't even looked at the link. She's like, oh my gosh, Dr. Such and Such out in California. Y'all, I live in Florida. Dr. Such and Such out in California is a homeopathic doctor. He needs to hear all about this. He's all about stem cells. He's going to be completely into this product. I said, I'm sure he is. She hasn't even touched the product, and she's already on selling it. Everybody's interested in this product. All you got to do is open your mouth and start interacting with people.
And by the way, we're doing this as a team. So the more people all of us as a team have at the This Is It convention, the faster all of our groups and teams are going to grow. So this is something that all of us, I mean, the fact that your leadership has stepped up and said, hey, we're going to do this for you, so you have everything you need to know to leave in one weekend, and your team has something to point through. That is a huge opportunity for you, because this doesn't happen very often. A product like this come along and a team of leaders like the Quantum Field team. I'm talking about all of them that were at our place this weekend. They all bring something different to the table, and they're going to be there helping and supporting and encouraging and teaching everything that you need to know, just like we heard here today. Tony, Dr. Tony is going to be on Monday night. It's going to be incredible. How many people are you going to have on the Monday night Zoom with Dr. Tony Smith, who, by the way, was here as a brand new executive director, third highest rank, okay? And he's going to take and go even beyond it, because every Monday, we didn't have a motivational Monday message last week because we did it at our house. There were almost 200 people there. If that didn't get you motivated enough to get fired up to have a fantastic week. But Dr. Tony's going to talk to you about how to talk to a doctor, what to say to a doctor, or what you need to do to talk to somebody in the medical profession, which is going to be very unique because we've got doctors now on our team. So many of them I can't count, which is very interesting. Wednesday, of course, is going to be wild. Onyx, Gina, and myself. I think it's going to be Olga and Chavi, as a matter of fact, because I didn't get a chance to put their picture up. I'm putting all these together, guys. I'm doing my best to help everyone see what we got going on.
Believe me, Steve, we've seen you on a whiteboard before, so you're kicking it out of the ballpark now,
yeah.
right?
And I will say though, Javi and Olga on Wednesday are going to kick it out of the park. They're going to have a blast sharing with you. Now, make sure that you've got the rest of the week, all the way till April 30th. So over the weekend, go manager. If you haven't gone manager, get an extra $100. Every little bit, like Devin said, helps to your story. You know, like at one hole, take it one hole at a time. Go manager. Now break 2 managers and put another $100 because you broke 2 managers. You make $200. And by the way, you're going to be going director, so you make $200. Go listen to what Devin just said. You go manager this weekend, and by the end of the week, next week, you break 2 managers. That means you're going to put $100 for the going manager, $100 for breaking 2 managers, and another $200 for being a director. I mean, come on. I don't think your boss is going around waving $100 bills and $50 bills saying, hey, I want to help you make your house payment this week. That's what this month. That's what we're talking about here. And it's unlimited how big you want to take it. Now, this has been going on for basically the whole month. So you should be able to really capitalize that momentum. But if you weren't on our calls and you didn't know about it, you got to start right now. But this is exactly what you get to take advantage of. So here's our meetings going on. We've got Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon. So Monday and Wednesday at night. Put your people on, like Sarah was saying. I love how she promoted and was teaching you how to promote. Take and implement that. Listen to it a couple times and then start implementing it to your friends. And then get out there and start doing your own presentations. You can just download, like you said, on step 5 and download a presentation. And it's very fun. You know, we're having a lot of success now looking people in the eye. And if I would say go to Sarah and Devin's house, they're going to have a lot more people. I'm not saying try to do a group meeting. What Sarah was saying was just take a person by the hand and help one person do a home X39 launch event or patch party, like she said, and they'll have 3 to 6 to 10 people there. That's how Onyx took a look at the business for the very first time at our house, because she was our friend. So have those. You need to do about 3 of them yourself, because people can't make the same one. And then after you've done 3, you pick somebody like, let's just say Onyx was at Devin and Sarah's. we'll do a home meeting for her, three to four home meetings at her house. And we just take and duplicate that, and you get good at it. Are you going to be perfect? No, it's best to stumble your way through, look nervous, need your deodorant, like Sarah was saying, because people see that you're real and that they can do it. By the way, that excitement, that nervousness actually turns into excitement, and they see that you're really fired up to be sharing with them. But all you have to do with these slides, we've made them very easy. One of them is a video. One of the downloads, you can watch the video. So it says everything you need to say right in the video if you're brand new. And then you just read the slides, just read through the presentation slides, and you'll have fun doing it. So, hey, we got so much notes, so much information from both of you two today. And I knew that you were going to hit a home run you blessed hundreds and hundreds of people today. And I appreciate you taking your time away from your kids and how busy you are. And you know what?
Amazon delivery.
Yeah.
So,
hey, thanks for sharing.
Right? We're building this business in the nooks and crannies of your life. And Amazon deliveries are what we all have going on. And Whole Food deliveries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. You did a wonderful job. You really blessed us all. I know this is going to become one of the favorite videos. Everybody's going to watch and watch and watch. It was so much full of beautiful intention. Thank you for who you all are. Thank you for showing up the way you show up. And I look forward to seeing you all again in person. If not for August, certainly in August at the This Is It, because Gina named it. This is it.
Yeah. Get your tickets right away, right after we get done. Set your goals. Have a productive weekend. Don't just sit around. Don't just think and try to learn everything. I like what she said. You need, Devin said, you got to have a reason before you can get all the answers. So go out there and be ignorance on fire and make it happen. But make your weekend productive. You got this. You can make it happen. Go manager if you haven't. If you already have, go help somebody go manager, like Devin said.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Have a great
Bye.
weekend.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. Fantastic.